Today I'm going to be making a chicken on rice with a bok choy and an oyster mushroom. It's all going to be cooked inside of this clay pot. So let me get started. I'm going to be getting some of the ingredients prepared for the pot before we start using it. So what I've done is I have washed and soaked my rice, which is now sitting inside the pot. So I have enough water on top, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. But before I do that, I'm going to prepare my chicken. Now what I've done is I've washed it and I've cut it into small pieces. You can leave it as whole. It will take longer to cook within the pot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to marinate this a little bit, and I'm going to pan fry it so that we can brown the chicken before we put it inside of our pot. So I have a small sized bowl. I started to heat up my pan at the same time. And what I'm going to do with the chicken, I'm just going to put a bit of seasonings onto the chicken, and then we're going to brown it. And then once that's done, I'll show you what I'm going to do after that. So we're going to add a bit of soy sauce, some minced ginger, some salt, Now that I have those ingredients nicely mixed, I'm going to now add some cornstarch. Making sure that all the chicken is nicely coated. And now my pan is nice and hot. I'm going to start frying the chicken so that we can get a nice brown on it and preparing it for our clay pot. Now that I have my chicken nicely browned on all sides, I'm going to take it off the heat. It's not fully cooked yet. It will complete in the clay pot, but what we're going to do is we're going to just set it off the heat, and now we're going to prepare our rice. As I said earlier, I have washed and soaked my rice, and now it's ready to go on the heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook it as if I was cooking it on a stovetop in a pot. I'm going to cook it for a while until it's about halfway cooked. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding in my ingredients back into the rice, and then I'm going to steam it to complete it. So I'm just going to put our lid on it right now, and we're going to let our rice cook halfway, and then I'll show you what that looks like and then what we're going to do after that. My rice has been cooking in the clay pot for about 10-15 minutes now. It is now about halfway cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid off, and I'm going to start adding in my chicken and my vegetables. And I created a marinade sauce with a oyster sauce with some crushed garlic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a bit of olive oil into the rice so that it allows the rice to not dry out, and then it doesn't get stuck to the bottom of the pot. So we're going to add that into our rice so that there is a nice consistent balance of the oil and the rice. I'm going to now add my chicken and then my vegetables, and then I'm going to coat it with the sauce. I'm going to put my lid back on and then back onto the heat and let the ingredients all cook fully, and I'll show you what that looks like once that's complete. The Rice with the chicken, the bok choy, and mushrooms has been cooking for about 15 minutes now. It is now complete. I can take the lid off and show you that the chicken and the bok choy has nicely been steamed on top of the rice, and now it's ready to serve. If you like this recipe and you want to see more like this, please subscribe to our channel. Hit that share, like, and that bell notification. In the description, you will find the ingredients that went into this recipe today.